is a Coin 6 News breaking news alert.
In my conversations directly with President Trump and Secretary Noem, I have been abundantly clear with them that Portland and the state of Oregon believe in the rule of law, and we can manage our own local public safety needs. There is no insurrection, there is no threat to national security, and there is no need for military troops in our major city.
Oregon Governor Tina Kotek joining city leaders, state leaders on the Portland waterfront today, reacting to President Trump's announcement. He plans to send federal troops to Portland. We've learned Governor Kotek spoke with the president today. Welcome to Coin 6 News. I'm Lisa Balick. This is a live look right now outside of Portland's ICE facility in South Portland, where a number of protests have turned violent throughout this past summer. President Trump now ordering the deployment of federal troops, armored vehicles into the city, saying he wants to protect, quote, war-ravaged Portland. In a post on Truth Social today, the president said he has directed Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect Portland and its ICE facilities. On social media, saying he is authorizing full force, if necessary, to handle, quote, domestic terrorists. The president's post comes 3 days after a gunman opened fire on an ICE facility in Dallas, killing one, critically injuring two others. Governor Kotek says none of the president's plans were communicated to her before his announcement this morning. But in a press conference this afternoon, as you just heard in downtown Portland, Governor Kotek said she spoke directly to the president today by phone and says she told him there is no need for federal troops here, urging Portlanders to not take the bait. Our reporter Ariel Salk joins us live from outside the ICE facility in South Portland. Ariel, what's happening down there at this hour, and what more do we know about this conversation between the governor and the president?
Yeah, so right now what we're seeing is, a little bit more protesters than we've seen in recent past. We're going to blur this a little bit just to make sure that you don't see any profanity that's on people's signs painted on the walls as well. And as for the conversation between Governor Tina Kotek and President Donald Trump, we learned that she made that call. Now, she also spoke with Kristi Noem, U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security. At that news conference this afternoon outside the downtown Portland, the governor and the Portland police chief said she did not have any plans to call the Oregon National Guard or the state police to assist with any possible disturbances tonight between federal agents and protesters. Portland Police Chief Bob Day says there have been a lot of protests in the city this year, but there hasn't been any unrest and certainly no kind of unrest seen in the past like we had seen in previous years.
I spoke with the president. I asked him not to send troops. I tried to understand his reasoning, and I told him we are taking care of it, that I have full faith and confidence in local law enforcement and the folks here today who do not need federal troops. And I said, we disagree, and he said, well, let's keep talking.
I am in regular contact with our federal leaders on the law enforcement side, just as I have been in the last 24 hours with our immigrant leaders and also protest organizers. The role of the Portland Police Bureau is to continue to remain in the middle, to continue to be a steady, peaceful presence that ensures safety for all.
Portland Mayor Keith Wilson says he's talked with the mayor of Chicago and will come and use some of the methods Chicago used after they were threatened by federal troopers. However, the U.S. Labor Secretary, Republican Lori Chavez-DeRemer, former Oregon Congresswoman, thanked Trump for sending troops to what she called crime-ridden war zone of Portland. Now, Kotek says that she does not know of any timeline of when those federal troopers will be here in Oregon, in Portland. And frankly, at this time, by this afternoon, she wasn't aware of any that were here already. But we're going to continue monitoring it. We're going to stay out here, keep you posted on air and online at coin.com. Reporting live, Ariel Salk, Coin 6 News.